Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League here with the Tundra sitting at 2-4. This is game 2 of the doubleheader against the Cutters. We pulled off a pretty convincing victory in game 1. Few home runs from the team, and then we made a ton of changes. So in game 2, the Cutters are going to see a very different lineup from us. A quick recap: if you missed the first game or the first video, after our last win, we ended up replacing Kalia Doherty, who was in our starting rotation, with Worry Costa, a B-plus starter. I'm hoping she can do well as she's going to get the start in this next matchup. Then we move over here, bullpen decision. I think this was more for a cost-cutting maneuver plus chemistry. If I'm not mistaken, we bring in Vern Ware to replace Pop Goodwin. The most exciting move that we made, in my opinion, was bringing in Milan Tirehead to get rid of Damari Morse. Damari was so awful for us. It was getting so frustrating to watch him play and play so poorly. So we have a few options for first base, but it's not going to be Morse anymore. And I have no remorse for that. We also brought in Kayla Blackburn to replace Bailey Drummond. This was probably the most sad move, as I kind of liked what I saw I guess I should say I like what Bailey Drummond has to offer. She did not show any of that, so we'll see how Kayla Blackburn does. Next, we moved with another outfield decision, bringing in Demi Trampleson to replace Gunther Sardines. This is a depth piece. It gives us another Tier 3 trait and stealer, but I don't know how much she's going to end up playing, although she is getting the start in this next game. And the last move we made, we bring in long reliever Ashlyn Fry to replace Adley Bartlett, and that is going to be the last piece of our team for now. A quick peek over here, just so you know, our starting rotation now looks like this: Luke Resplendent, Worry Costa. We have Colorado Bozak, who we just saw throw another complete game, one run allowed. And then it'll be long reliever Ashlyn Fry to round out the starting rotation. Now, this is where I might consider... Yeah, see, I don't know. Ashlyn being in the starting rotation is good, but our bullpen is pretty weak with 2 C starter or relievers with no traits. We do have Quincy Healthy, who looks very healthy with those traits, and we have Ellen Booth, of course. But yeah, I think we have a lot of weak spots. Honestly, though, I don't know how much we're going to be competing, so maybe some of these players we end up dropping down the stretch here, but who we got rid of was not somebody we expected to see on this team long term, so there was no harm, no foul there. Enough preamble, let's go ahead and get into this game. I did already set the lineup, and yeah, you will see that Ian Hackett is sitting this one out. You'll also see Jagger McMillan is sitting on the bench. He got injured in the last game, so he's going to need some time to recover. So what does the lineup look like? Well, we're going to have Kayla Blackburn getting her first start for the Tundras in left field and leading off, followed by June Mina. Then we have Adriana Harrington, who has been red hot. She's still locked in. She's going to be playing in center field today, and I hope that won't come back to bite us in the butt. Nathaniel Willis hit a home run in the last game. He'll bump up into the 4th spot, followed by Amos Getrecht, who also had a home run in that last game. He's going to DH today. Then Pumice Beltran at second, Gadman, and behind the plate, Demi Trampleson getting her first start will be in right field, and then Milan Tirehead will be at first base for the Tundras. That is going to be your lineup for Worry Costa, and let's head back out to Sakura Hills, home of the Cutters. They only got 1 run, I believe, is a home run from, I don't think they're in the lineup. It might have been Reese Stevenson, but I can't remember now. Really scary to see Colorado Bozak go up against Norner West and, God, I forgot the other guy's name, but they have some really solid hitters in the lineup, and they're locked in. Norner West was on fire to start that last game. He's back down to locked in. And we're going to be going up against Nix U. Kayla Blackburn getting her first start. She gets a little ahead of herself here, swinging through that one. Chasing out of the zone. It's a 1-2 count. Nix U, not a great pitcher. Gets her to strike out here, so it might have been a little bit of the pressure of leading off in the first game you start for a team, but we'll see what June Mina can do, batting .278 with no home runs and no RBIs. Nix U has a Tier 2 elite slider. Also has Tier 1 surrounded. Takes a strike outside. That's the slider there. It pulls inside. 2-1 count. Mina takes the ball. Good spot for her. A big hack will activate at tier 1. First time this year, and it's taken for a strike. Full count. Mina will hit one hard, but right to Nornerwest at second. He goes to Barber, and that's out number 2. That'll bring us to our hottest hitter in the lineup. Adriana Harrington batting 500 with 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. We'll see if she can stay hot. She's in center field today. That might throw her off a little bit. She gets ahead 2-0. She'll ground one to third. It'll be an easy play for Garcia to Barber, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3 for Nick Siu. Not a good pitcher, but he knows how to capitalize on a bad team. So we'll send Worry Costa, who we just signed, to the mound. We'll see how she does after the really great start from Bozak, workhorseman. Costa with an elite slider at tier 1, and she gives up a base hit to right field. So leadoff man aboard for the Cutters. And that'll bring us to Withers Gentry. He's the other one that I was talking about, was pretty scary. Locked in, betting 526, no home runs, 3 RBIs, and that is a tier 1 elite slider. Costa brought in, and that one gets over the glove of June Mina into left field, so back-to-back singles. And Costa in a tough spot right out of the gate. High pressure already, and Larry Barber comes to the plate. First baseman betting 333, has 1 home run and 5 RBIs, so has been able to capitalize when he has runners in scoring position. This one's hit hard but fouled on the right field line. Tier 2 Little Hack activates on the 0-1. Costa needs a strikeout or a double play here. Ball inside. Curveball loops in and is fouled off. Little Hack activated again. And Costa will ground slow, or get him to ground slowly. Pumice goes to the try to apply the tag. We've seen this plenty of times in this series. And the ball was rolling so slowly, and Pumice missed the tag that she ended up only having a play at first. So runners at second and third for Makai Nornerwest, who has tier 3 RBI hero. He swings through that one. Locked in, betting 438, has 2 home runs, make it 3 home runs. And what was 5 RBIs now will be 8 RBIs. Not a good start here for Worry Costa, and that does not bode well for her future if she doesn't settle in really quickly here. She's only managed to get 1 out in 4 batters so far and allowed 3 runs on 3 hits. Colin Noble gets to start behind the plate. He has tier 3 RBI hero, but it's not activated. Looks like the backup catcher batting 143. Falls behind 0-2, no home runs, 3 RBIs. And he chases strike 3, so Costa goes right in on the catcher and gets her first strikeout of her career. Doesn't feel as good right now when she's tense after giving up 3 runs. Ball inside, it bounces off the glove. An ingrown comes up, batting 273 on the year. Ball high. And a ground ball into left field, so another base hit for the Cutters. They're trying to get back at the Tundras after losing in that first game. Stevenson was not the one who hit the home run. Tense right now, batting 353 with no home runs and no RBIs. Runner takes off for a second on the slider, and Gadman with a nasty throw down to short. And Nathaniel Willis slaps the tag in time for out number 3. Getting 3-run homer for Makai Nornerwest, and just like that, the Tundras are down 3-0 after 1 inning. And Nathaniel Willis, who just got the 3rd out on the slap tag at second, comes up to the plate. Hit a home run in his last game. He's batting 500 in a short stint here with the Tundras so far. Chase that one, but fouls it off. 2-2 count. Ball inside, full now. And chasing out of the zone, and a dumb swing from Willis. And Nixiu looks like another all-star pitcher for the Cutters right now against our Tundra's offense. So frustrating to watch a struggle like this. Amos had a home run in the last game. He's now up to a 308 average. And he hits this one hard to deep center field, but it is going to hang up, and that's an easy play for ingrown. That'll be out number 2.
Number 62, Thomas Beltran.
Beltran comes up, batting .250 on the year. No home runs, no RBIs. Has not played well for us so far. She's getting the start in place of the injured Jagger McMillan. We gave her the first chance in this early going. That's a called strike, apparently. 2-1 count. And she'll get one down into right field past the second baseman, and she'll reach first safely. And Ryu, or I'm sorry, I keep calling him Ryu. Yu, who is locked in, will drop back down to neutral mojo. And Gadman comes up with a runner on first and 2 outs, batting .167, had a home run in the first game of his career, a 3-run shot. And he'll do it again here in left field. This one is out of here into the frozen tundra of Sakura Hills. Gadman with his second home run of his career, 416 to left field, a 2-run shot. And that pulls us within 1 here. 5th RBI of the year for Gadman, and I was just about to say he's not been showing much offense since that home run. I love when I get my foot pushed right back into my mouth. And now Demi Trampleton will come up. Her first start and first appearance here for the Tundras. 0-2. She'll ground one slowly up the middle. Norder West backhands and tosses a first out, number 3. 2-run homer for Gadman puts us within 1, and at least it's a little bit more competitive now. We just need to have Worry Costa settle back in. Reese comes back up to the plate. At-bat resets as the runner got caught stealing to end the inning. Costa still tense. A grounder slowly to the pitcher. Costa off the mound, and we'll get it over to first for out number 1. Now comes Abel Lowbrow. Average at .250, no home runs, 2 RBIs, tense right now, and has Tier 3 RBI hero not activated. He sends it to deep right center field. Can she get over to it? Adriana Harrington will not get there. She reaches up, and the ball lands just over her glove. Oh, man, I thought she had a play. It's going to be a double for Lowbrow with 1 out, and Ricardo Garcia will come up. Batting .286, no home runs, no RBIs, has Tier 2 outside pitch, so Costa has to be careful here on the outside part of the plate. Starts inside, low and in, and that's strike 1. Ball in the dirt, good block from Gadman. He gets to it quickly, and the ball will keep the runner at second base. There's a ball in the dirt, and it's swung at, fouled off, 1-2 count. Costa will get a grounder to Willis. Willis goes to third with it. Runner committed, and a great tag from June Mina for out number 2. Good play from the left side of the infield there. It's going to be a fielder's choice, allowing the runner to reach first base safely. Good speed over at first. And Finley Kernis will come up. Tier 2 off-speed hitter. So she starts him with the fastball and then gives him the off-speed, but in a bad spot, and he lines to second base to end the inning. So honestly, decent turnout there for Worry Costa in the second inning. I believe I just saw Milan Tirehead has the goofy hair. So we'll probably correct that after this game if I remember. He's getting his first start. He'll be at first base today, and he pushes one up the middle. First at bat, and he will reach safely, and we move to the top of the lineup here with a runner on first and nobody out for Kayla Blackburn. Looked like a fool in her first at bat, striking out, swinging. Tier 3 distractor will turn Nick Sue's accuracy into nothing as he almost hits Blackburn, and she wails on one but pulls it well foul. 1-1 count. And a grounder slowly to second base. Norner West turns to go to second base, excuse me, getting the runner out at second. And it's a fielder's choice as Blackburn was able to leg that one out quickly. And Mina will come up. Runner on first was good speed. Infield a double play depth with 1 out, and June Mina takes strike 1 low. Whiffs through the slider, strike 2. And ball in the dirt. Good eye from Mina there. Has to be careful, and she swings through strike 3. Yu with another strikeout. Well too many for this game. Harrington comes up 0 for 1. Still locked in. The best hitter we have on the team, and this is a spot for her to try and maybe give us the lead. She fouls one off. It's a 1-1 count. Looking to see if she can get tough out activated here. She'll take a ball high. Harrington will blast one, but foul down the right field line. And oh my God, that might have been the hardest hit ball of the year for her. Tough out is activated. She takes the ball low. Full count runner will take off. And Harrington pops one foul, and it will get out of play. We'll do it again. Runner will take off again. Harrington down the third baseline. Diving play off the glove. 35% chance for Garcia to miss that one. He's got a great arm, but fielding trait, not his strength. And that'll put 2 on with 2 outs with 1 out. 2 outs for Nathaniel Willis. Struck out last time. No, he struck out. Great speed on the bases. Willis hits one hard to left center field, but it's going to get over the glove. Oh my God, Ingram was right on that one. Runner heads around third and heading home. And that will give us the lead. Nathaniel Willis comes up huge for the Tundras here. And talk about an RBI hero. He replaced, what was his name? Escobar, if you remember. And Nick Zhu gets pulled for Bobby Anger. He's already tense coming into this game, and Amos Get Wrecked will ground to second base to end the inning. So bailing out the tense pitcher. But we do get the lead on a 2-run double from Nathaniel Willis. The shortstop has come in and has been red hot for us since he started. Definitely better than what we had with Escobar. So Gentry comes up still locked in. 1 for 1 with a single. Chases inside, strike 1. Costa's still tense. It's not going to do well for her stamina in this game. She gets him to chase outside. 1-2 count. Gentry fouls one off. Ball in the dirt. She won't get him to chase. And a grounder hard from Nathaniel Willis. No, Noodle Arm gets him in time. Whoa, what a play from the shortstop. He already comes through with a big RBI double. Makes a dive wizard play up the middle. Gets up even with Noodle Arm activates. Makes the play in time. And that combo saved him right there. If he doesn't have dive wizard, the Noodle Arm kills him. If he doesn't have dive wizard, he probably doesn't make that play. 2-1 count here to Barber. 3-1 now, and Costa will be back to neutral mojo, throwing her 40th pitch on a full count. And he lines one hard to left field, but it's going to hang up for Caleb Blackburn. And Norner West comes up 1 for 1 with the 3-run homer back in the first inning. Costa trying to see if she can get him here. Gets him to swing at one and foul off. And a grounder back to the pitcher. Costa will get it over to first. That's a big 1-2-3 inning for Worry Costa. She settles in. And she shows the heart of the lineup for the Cutters that she's not scared. And that is good for us to see as well. After a really rough first inning for her, she has settled in really nicely through the third. Now Anger will come up, or will be back to the mound, still tense against Pumice Beltran. 2-1 count here. Pumice got a base hit in her last at-bat. She's now at a 333 average. She fouls one off here. It's a 2-2 count. Anger goes right at her, and she froze. Strike 3 looking, and that's out number 1. Gadman had the 2-run homer in the second inning. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. Average up to 231 now. So again, he had a really rough stretch between those 2 home runs. 0-2. And he hits one hard to right center field. This one will hang up for Ingrown. So he got to this one where he couldn't get to the other one. Nathaniel Willis put a little bit more pop on his. 2 quick outs for Anger. He's back to neutral mojo now against Trampleson. Takes the ball low. And she'll put one down the left field line. Just foul. Just misses the bag. And she swings through strike 2 at the top of the zone. 1-2 now. She whiffs through strike 3. He went from fastball at the top of the zone to the curveball dropping down into the dirt. Nasty switch up there for Anger. And he gets out of the inning. 1-2-3. He's seen 4 batters. He got all 4 of them out despite coming in tense. Colin Noble comes up 0 for 1. First pitch pulled foul. Rory Costa showing signs of wear here. She's at 45 pitches. And lofted into over second base, and getting back to it quickly is Beltran. Out number 1. I'd love it if we can get Costa through this inning at the very least. First pitch Slayer is taken for a strike. This one will be looped foul. And quickly 0-2. Ingrown checks and holds inside. Fastball high, and it's taken. 2-2. Strike 3 called on the corner. Ingrown goes down and loses mojo along the way. And that's 2 outs for Reese Stevenson, who's 0 for 1 and tense. Costa over 50 pitches now. This likely will be her last inning, or at least it should be. Gets a strike there. It's a 1-1 count. And a grounder right back to the pitcher. She gets another one to end the inning. And she's gone through 3 clean innings after giving up the 3 runs in the first. We head to the top of the 5th, and it'll go 9-1-2 once again as Milan Tirehead will get things started. He singled. Yeah, there's that goofy hair. If I don't do this at the end of this game, please comment to remind me. As Milan gets one into the right field corner, it's going to get down for Curtis. He cuts it off before it gets into the corner. And Milan Tirehead 2 for 2 today. You could, I guess we could leave his hair there and just call it his Tirehead. But I don't like to do that. I hate that haircut. And Blackburn comes up with Distractor over there at first base. Last time this happened, it was against you. Runner takes off on the hit and run, pulls the second baseman out of position, and holding at second is Tirehead. So great play from the bottom of the lineup there, or from the top of the lineup there, as Blackburn will loop one into second or into right field for a single. 2 on, nobody out, and you'll see Distractor is still activated. And June Mina comes up. She's 0 for 2 intense. Ball way outside, gets past the glove of Noble, but he's able to track it down. That was a 60% chance he was going to misplay that. We'll do it again, 2-0. And a grounder slowly to shortstop. Lowbrow has only 1 play, and it's to first base. So Anger gets his mojo back, but 2 runners advance with 1 out. Both in scoring position for Adriana Harrington, 1 for 2, and locked in a max pressure situation. This is her moment. She fouls one as she chases outside, 1-1. Infield is in. She takes strike 2, and tough out at will activate here. 1-2. Harrington fouls off. Base hit, possibly scores 2. She takes inside. Good eye there. 2-2 count. Ball in the dirt. Again, got off the glove of Noble, who's tense. And it's full here for Adriana. She'll foul one off as that was a fastball right down the middle. Anger getting tired. Staying alive is Harrington. If anything, she's worn out this reliever. And she gets one past the drawn-in infield into the center field. Slow roller. And heading around third and heading home is Kayla Blackburn. And Adriana Harrington does it once again. A 2-run single for her. Extends this lead for the Tundras. And Nathaniel Willis will come up 1 for 2 with a 2-run double. Nugget Contreras comes up. 2-2 gets ahead. Tier 1 pick officer. So we likely won't see Harrington trying to run here. Infield a double play depth with 1 out. 6-3 ball game. Tundra's taking the lead. And Lowbrow will get a grounder. Norner West over to first, and that's a double play to end the inning. So a shame after what we've seen from Willis here today. But we get the 2-run single from Adriana Harrington. The infield was drawn in with 1 out and runners in scoring position, and so they were forced their hand. And Harrington sneaks one past the drawn-in shortstop. This one's sent to deep center field, and Harrington will track that one down right at the edge of the warning track for out number 1. She's not the fastest player in this game right now, and definitely in center field, that's a lot of room for her to try and cover. Tier 2 outside pitch for Garcia. He reached on an infield single, if I'm not mistaken. Costa's still in this game, by the way. 0-2 count, and Garcia will ground to the pitcher. Costa has gotten those grounders back at her a few times today, but very weakly hit, and she's able to handle them really well. High pressure, Finley Curtis comes up with 2 outs and 1 for 2 with the single, and thankfully we then move to Ellen Booth. Ellen, our best pitcher in the bullpen. She's young and still going through some growing pains as the first pitch she throws gets lofted into right field for a 2-out single. That turns us to Withers Gentry, probably one of the worst players to put to face right now. High pressure, Gentry locked in. Average speed over at first base. Ellen Booth needs to see a good inning here. And she gets him to pop up center field. Easy play for Harrington. We'll call it and catch that to end the inning. So Ellen Booth comes in relief of Worry Costa, who pitched really well after a awful first inning. She gives up 1 hit, and then she gets the pop out to end the 5th. We head to the top of the 6th, and Getrect will get started here. The number 5 hitter in DH is 0 for 2 today. Swings through strike 1. Chases 1, and it's fouled off. 1-2 or 0-2. Chases again, and he fouls it off, staying alive. Contreras with good accuracy. Lofted into right center field. Shallow, calling it, and hangs up easily for Curtis for out number 1.
The second baseman,
Thomas Beltran, 1 for 2. Batting 300 now as she's slowly seeing her average tick up. Contreras locked in. Gets a really lucky changeup for strike 1. Fastball high, and it's fouled off. She falls behind 0-2. What is that call? Contreras getting a gift on 2 straight pitches right there in the corner. That's strike 3 called and out number 2. Now Gadman will come up. He almost got an extra base hit in his last at-bat after the home run. He's 1 for 2. He falls behind 0-2. And he pulls one into right field, so Gadman will reach first with 2 outs. And I believe that'll keep Contreras locked in. Trampleson comes up 0 for 2. High pressure now. Man average speed over at first base. Yeah, Contreras still locked in. First pitch swinging, pulls one to third. Garcia will barehand over to first, and that'll end the inning. So bottom of the 6th we go. Tundra's up 6-3. Last chance for the Cutters. It'll go 3-4-5 against Ellen Booth. So she's got her work cut out for her. We are up by 3, so we have a little bit of cushion here, but I'm hoping Ellen can just blow through this lineup. There's the changeup for strike 1. And a dribbler in front of the plate, and Gadman will get it in fair territory. Easy play for him for out number 1. Norner West comes up, already has a home run today. The only runs of this game come off of his bat, the 3-run shot. Still locked in. First pitch swinging, he pulls one into left center field. It is going to one-hop the wall. Coming over and getting to that one is Harrington. She'll come up throwing to second base. Hits the cutoff man, and sliding into second safely is Norner West in scoring position for Colin Noble now. He is Tier 3 RBI hero, activated for the first time. Max pressure tense. Norner West gets pulled for Kalani Gibson. Interesting pinch hitting or running decision here. As Noble is tense and RBI hero is activated, so it's kind of offsetting his attributes right now. And a max pressure situation. Ball low. 2-1 count. And a grounder off the glove of Booth. Mina comes across. She'll get that one over to first base in time for out number 2. Runner does advance to third. So Booth ended up not hurting things too much with that grounder back at her. But a runner in scoring position for Magnus Ingrown, who's tense. First pitch Slayer is swung at for strike 1. Takes a ball low. 2 outs and strike 2. Ingrown last chance for the Cutters. Strike 3 called, and I guess we'll take it. I thought that was low. See how I'm being unbiased and calling that for both sides? Ball drops into the bottom of the strike zone, apparently, according to the ump, and Ellen Booth gets the called strike 3 to end this game. So the Tundras fall behind 3-0 in the first inning. And then they fight back, and they score 2 in the second, the third, and the 5th inning. Ended up winning this one 6-3. 6 runs on 9 hits for the Tundras, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Cutters. We sweep the Cutters. A team that's been playing awful all season long showed some fight today, and the Tundras get their 3rd win of the season and their 2nd against a division rival. For the Cutters, their offense came and went through Norner West, who had 2 hits today. One was a 3-run homer. He also had a double in the last inning, and it wasn't able to come around to score. Left stranded was the pinch runner at third base. A couple of other hits scattered throughout. On the Tundra side, we have a 2-run homer from Gadman. He got the scoring started. Adriana Harrington stays hot. She goes 2 hits here today. She had a single and then an RBI 2-run single. And then Nathaniel Willis with a 2-run double. And that is your scoring for today. So the Tundra's offense shows up. Hitless was Mina and Gitrect and Trampleson. Trampleson, the only one that I'm not really worried about because she is not a starter for us. She was filling in for the tense Hackett. Mina, not a good showing for her. She's probably going to drop in the lineup. And Gitrect, yeah, he's been struggling, but he has hope for the future with his clutch trait and with him being young. I can see him developing a bit more, but he has been struggling for us early in his career. Pitching-wise, Yu gets the loss. 2 2/3, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 1 home run, 3 strikeouts. Anger comes in, 1 2/3, gives up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. Contreras pitched really well, 1 2/3, only gave up 1 hit and struck out 1. On the other side, Costa gets a win in her first start. Didn't look good early on, but she settled in really nicely after the first. It seems like we get those players just feeling really anxious in that first inning of their first start, and Costa goes 4 2/3, giving up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 home run there in the first inning. She struck out 2. Booth gets the save, 1 1/3, 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and that'll be how this game ends. Norner West gets the number 1 player, Gadman number 2, Harrington number 3. So, we sweep the Cutters after a flurry of moves before this game. And between these two, who am I going to drop loyalty for? I have to do Ian Hackett. Luke Resplendent has been pitching really well for us. Hackett has been struggling, especially as of late. And also Resplendent's younger. Hackett is older. So if we're going to have to make this move, it's going to have to be for Hackett here. Then between these two, I'm going to drop the loyalty of Chip Norman. He's cheaper, and he is older, so that's the reason why we're making that move. And another one. Okay, so between Vernware and Dupool, I guess Dupool has a higher chance of sticking around. Plus 17 loyalty just means that he's going to try and get some of what he lost back. Is that it? Please be it? Okay, cool. We'll sim to our next game. We're heading back to the Fire division as we're going to be facing off against the Firebirds. We're going to give our long reliever her first start of her career. And it's a good spot for us. 3-4 record as we will be facing off against the 2-5 Firebirds. And they're going to be bringing Christopher Midtown to the plate, or to the mound. So it's on paper looking like it's good for us, but we'll see as the game actually gets played. Since that last game ended, let's see what happened. A few things here. Holy moly. Okay. So we have a move. The War Wagons end up getting rid of Angela Koch in place of Miriam Mosley. Angela, depending on her, she might be somebody I would consider to replace Norman. And the only reason I'd say that is depending on her, what do you call it? Chemistry. However, Wild Thrower, not ideal. So I might not end up going that route. We'll see. -3 velocity for Vern Ware, who we just brought in. So that's already starting to look pretty poor for us. Development for Dupool. I'll probably consider that one. Ashlyn Fry to gain another pitch and some accuracy. I think we probably have to do this one. Ezra Wong with Composed as a trait could be negligible, but the increase in accuracy would be nice. And then we have Cosmo Stubbs gets dropped by the Swordfish, brought in Eric Trejo to replace him. -13 speed for Nathaniel Willis. Well, that's a dagger. He's not a long-term piece, but he's been playing well for us, so it's sad to see him regress. Bozak with some development here. Might consider that just from his great performances so far. And then, this one's going to be interesting. Vern Ware with a chance to gain clutch at 23. We'll probably go for that. Would make him a lot better in the bullpen. Worry Costa with a chance to gain Wild Thing. I don't like that, but she may also get in another pitch, and it would only be at tier 1. Resplendent gains +7 accuracy. Love to see that. And that is all of what happened since that last game ended. Let's take a look at development here. So I don't know if I want to develop Costa. We have some more money to play with, but I don't think it's money we should just waste. We have Dupool with junk and accuracy. Chance to gain another fastball. Oh, I don't know. We'll probably wait to the 2 games for this one. Ashlyn Fry pitches in her next start. So if we can get her pick officer, if we can get her a 4th pitch as a starter, that'd be ideal. And to gain some accuracy, which is her weakest trait. She's 27, so it's not a waste here. We have Bozak, who would gain some velocity and some junk, and a chance to gain a 5th pitch, which would be another fastball. I will think about this one. I don't know if I'll do that. He's 29. Vernware, I'm definitely going to do this one right now. And then this one for Ezra Wong. I'll probably do this for the development. Wait, what does that do then? We have about 7 that we'll be taking, and Fry. No, we have to do this one for Fry if we want to do that before her next start. Let me just double check our starters. Resplendent pitched 2 games ago. No, 3 games ago. Then Bozak, and then Acosta. So yeah, we have to go with Ashlyn Fry in this next start. Unless we wanted to go with Dupool, but that's a really bad choice. So I'm going to do this one for Fry for sure. And that's just because her start is coming up, and we want to put her in a better position, especially with a 4th pitch would be nice. Pick officer would be nice for any players that reach base safely. So 2 accuracy. She doesn't get the bonus 5. Will she get the pick officer trait? She does not. That's okay, as long as she gets the screwball. She does not get that either. So we spent $750,000 to give her +2 accuracy before her next start. That stinks. Oh well. Which means, oh wait, we do have room for 1 more of these. Between these 2, I like Vernware's the most. And if we were going to lose one, I'd be fine with losing this one compared to this one. So let's give Vernware the chance for clutch. 2 velocity. Chance for 5 more. He won't get it. Chance for clutch at 15% chance. He will not get it. Damn it. So he gains some loyalty. He gains 2 velocity, and that's it. So that's a shame. He could have looked really, really nice if we were to get that clutch trait for him. All right, so that's it for the development options. Now let's see if there's anything else we can do here in the free agent pool. Who would we... Oh, let's take a look at... Angela Koch here is a spirited player. Oh, boy. And Fitzpatrick is also spirited, so we could look to bring him back, but they both have wild thrower, so something about those spirited catchers is they can't throw the ball very well. Now, these are only 2.5% chances to happen, and they're backup catchers, so this is really rare that it would occur, but there's always a chance, and of course, we don't want that to happen in a really tough spot. I'm going to check this first. Let's look at the youngest players and see if there's any room for them on the team. So, Aubrey Mephisto, intriguing, but not worth the scholarly player. Janaya Bango is a relief pitcher. We could look to bring her in place of one of those other relief pitchers if they struggle. Johnny Holloway, an outfielder, likely won't bring him in. And then Spitz Stevenson, 21, relief pitcher, great velocity. Excuse me, no junk, no accuracy. Hayden, 22, catcher, no thank you. Emily Hubbard, right fielder, 22, slowpoke, no thanks. Elias Jackman, 2 traits I don't care about. Bailey Rosario, not bad, but the low accuracy scares me a bit. And then and scholarly, so not interested. And then Arjun Swingins. This is the guy that I would bring in to replace one of those. Actually, what would this look like? K collector and easy jumps. Okay, so we can't. As I say, I could bring him in to replace like Vernware or Dupool. We just paid for money for Vernware. It would drop us down past our threshold for competitive, so we'd have to bring in a competitive to replace a spirited player. Oh, this is the tinkering here. Please give me feedback on how you feel about this, because I know this is probably time consuming for so many of you to listen to me to go through all of this, but let's see. If we were to bring in Dax DeLeon, he could replace Blackburn. And that's just a younger version of pretty much, or an older version of the same thing. So older and slightly worse version, but also cheaper version. And Kayla didn't do much for us in this last game. Plus, she shouldn't be a starter for us typically. It'd be Harrington in left, Hackett in center, and then Get Wrecked in right. And Dax could play all outfield positions, so that's actually a perk over Blackburn.
Good luck to nature's almost duck things.
Or we could go with Jolly Shipwright or Turf Reef Killer. It'd be a much cheaper option. He's slightly younger, would have Rally Starter on the bench. If we go this route, Trampleson can only play left. Hackett and Harrington can play all outfield positions. Get Wrecked can play all outfield positions, so there's a lot of flexibility there, although Get Wrecked should not be playing center field ever. So we bring in Reef Killer for Blackburn, save some money, again, and then we can replace Vern Ware with Argent Swingins. That gives us our new starter, which is a full starter, and it'll push Ashlyn Fry to the bullpen, which I like a lot better, especially after Booth just pitching almost 2 innings in that last game. So I think I'll do this, and again, I'll make the move here, but it's going to be fixed in just a second. So we're going to drop Kayla Blackburn just after she just got that start, and we're going to bring in Turf Reef Killer instead. That frees up some more money for us. And then we're going to go back to Argent Swingins, who is, I know, somebody we had some people interested in. He's 23, will have Tier 3 K Collector. His Tier 1 Easy Jumps, which isn't that big a deal, with Gadman behind the plate with a solid arm. Now the question is, do we get rid of Vern Ware, who's 23, doesn't look good at all? Do we get rid of Ezra Wong, who's 24, looks okay, but not much better. Gets better accuracy, better velocity. Or do we get rid of Sergio Dupool, who's 20, has the most room for development here? He's decent. I think he's fine. So let's go with Vern Ware. I know we just gave him the development, but because he didn't get that clutch trade, I think I'm willing to get rid of him. We gained 0.2, which is fine. So we have 21.7 million in surplus, and Argent Swingins will actually be our next starter for this game. A 4-point pitch, 23-year-old with K Collector. I don't hate that. So we'll start the lineup for the next game against the Firebirds. This will be a great time to try and show off what Argent Swingins can do. Let's just set the suggested lineup. They want Ashlyn Fry to stay in this starting rotation, but we're not going to do that with 4 starters now. Argent Swingins will come in. I'm really nervous. I hope he can get through maybe like 3 innings tops. Hackett back in the lineup, rolling at first base. I think what this allows us to do... Jesus, this lineup is so shallow now. They want Tirehead at second, which I'm going to fix his hair in just a second. I just remembered. He's a really weak... What is our options at third? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put Get Wrecked in right. Or I mean at third base. We'll pull Mina for the game. We'll put Trampleson back out in right field. We'll put Tirehead. We can keep Tirehead in. We can put him at second. Pumice didn't have a great game, so that's fine. She gets a day off. Harrington, the only one locked in here. Actually, I'm going to put Pumice at the DH spot instead of Beltran. I need to get... What is happening here? Oops. There. Let's move things around a little bit here. So Hackett back to leading things off. Actually, let's try Trampleson in the leadoff spot just because she has Steeler. Oh, wait, no. So does Hackett. Let's put Trampleson at number 2. Gosh, I don't like this at all. No, I'm going to put Harrington at 2. Which is the best chance for us to have solid contact. Put Willis at 3. I'll reward him for his good game. Man will go to 4. Then I'm thinking maybe Madison Roland, just because of the tier 3 tough out, will go to 5. Let's go Get Wrecked. Tirehead. Beltron and Trampleson. So Trampleson, whatever, it's like, oh, let's try her at 1. No, I would drop her all the way down to 9 again. This is not an exciting lineup, but it's the best we have against a pretty poor team overall. So hopefully Hackett can get back on his head on straight. Willis stays hot. Harrington stays hot. Maybe Gadman stays hot as well. If we can get some surprises out of Roland, that would be really nice. Get Wrecked will be getting his first start at third base. I actually like him here. Weak fielder, but tell me if you don't see remnants of Rip Dingers right here from the 24-year-old. Has Wild Thrower, which is kind of scary. There's a really strong arm, and June Mina needs a break. McMillan's still recovering, so he'll stay on the bench for another game. And we're going to set the uniform to our alternate home uniform, which is this bad boy right here. And I'm excited to see that one when we head out to the field next time out. So let's check really quick. Oh, I almost forgot to do it after I said I was going to do it. Tirehead, fix his hair. I hate this hair. It's so annoying. All right, so what does Tirehead want to do with his hair? We're at 19 is the one that has the problem. You can make it a little bit smaller. Fluffy. He could smooth it out a little bit, get the fade going, shave it all off. But he's 25 years old, so he might be going for something a bit trendier. He might be trying to find his individuality. He does have the curly hair, so something like this would be something he could do, I guess, where he like cornrows it out a little bit. I like him trying to like stand out a little bit, especially on a new team. He's excited. He's trying something new, so he's gonna shave the sides. He's gonna trim the middle, and he's gonna go with a mohawk. So that's what Milan Tirehead is gonna look like going forward. We'll save those changes, and all right. So we have a new starter. We made a move, and that'll end up leaving Kayla Blackburn back into the free agent pool. This is a sad move there, as I think she was really good depth for us, and she was a decent starter for us. But I think we needed to make the move chemistry-wise, and I'd rather have the fourth starter and push Ashlyn to the bullpen. So let me know what you think. If you like where the team is heading after a big sweep against the Cutters, we'll take a look at how things are standing here. We got swept by the Chompers, followed it up by sweeping the Cutters, and we're finally back home for a 2-game stretch against the Fire Division, where we'll face off against the Firebirds and the Heaters. These will be the last 2 games we see again. Oh, I guess we also have the War Wagons in a little bit here. War Wagons throw me off as a fire team because they're green. But we have the Firebirds and the Heaters, 2 more Fire Division teams. We're almost done with them this year. And then we will be heading to the Foresters home park for the last team. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this will be the last team in our division we haven't faced just yet. So we'll see how we fare against them. Let's take a look at the division standings as we're sitting at 3-4. We're 3 games back of the Rakers, who are sitting at 6-1. So they have a really good team this year. We are only a half game back of both the Chompers and the Foresters, and the Cutters are right behind us, tied in record, but worse in run differential. So I don't think we have a competitive team this year. It's nice to see some competition from us. And actually, looking at the wild card standings, we're only a half game out of the wild card race, and we're in the 3rd spot. So we're the first team in, depending on how the Foresters and the Chompers do. And there is a chance we could sneak ourselves into the playoffs in our first year. But I think that there's so many holes on this team. There's so many players that I just don't feel good about. and aren't successfully playing that I just don't think we have it in us. Next game, after we face off against the Fireburners, I will take a look at league leaders. We will recap the first half of the year, and we'll take a look at the team stats. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you're enjoying the content. Please subscribe to the channel if you want more of this. And again, encourage you to comment down below any thoughts, ideas, or feedback you have around this team, around other players on this team, anything you can think of. Would love to hear it from you. Let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.